I think their mage is the one to look out for.
Wow.
It's Dale.
Dale,
Yeah.
Finesse Dale, I see. And Lex actually was a previous caster before in ESG is 2017 last year.
That's
So interesting indeed. But let's see now here in the drafting phase, we can see some bans
Your
here.
team
Pretty
is
familiar
banned.
bans. Leomard plus Degussion. And oh, these are the players that we have. Finesse, Solid Team. You know what? You really have to be very careful on, trying to pick your teams.
Yeah, but I mean, it's part of
It's
your
part of it.
rituals. If it gets you a win, then
Oh,
yes.
there's Lex on the left side of the
Okay,
screen.
so
I had
Lex.
it.
And well, actually,
your
we
team
have a
is
lot of
picking.
new bloods here. I haven't actually seen them in season 1, but I think this is the season 2 factor
Season
for
2
MPL.
factor.
Because for season 1, there were a lot of teams who got
Your
in,
team is
but
picking.
they weren't really the cream of the crop. I mean, some of them got lucky, some of them actually didn't have that much of opposition in terms of the qualifiers. But now we're actually seeing these players team up, go from other organizations, mesh up into one, then just put their flavor, their own flavor into MPL season 2, and that is what makes this season exciting.
And yes, now here we can see Team SxC IMBA. Actually, they have correction.
Your
correction.
team is picking.
These teams came from Digital Devils, but then they came from the teams of Will Gaming.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
So Dexter is one of the few popular players of Team Will ex member of Will IMBA / Digital Devils.
So there's actually a lot of history going into the side of imbalance, but yeah,
Your team
let's
is
head into
picking.
the draft. It's going to be Akaya, an Akai, and a Gushon for Finesse Solid. Well, for the side of SxC Imba, it's going to be the Alice and the Cho, and we're just waiting for their, their second phase, their 2 picks here. They're actually hovering on the Aldo and the Harley.
Harley deciding still, but for me, I think they really have to pick that Aldo, part of the meta pool right now. Plus, I'm not too sure about picking another mage for the lineup, but I guess that's fine as well. It's a Harley. Harley is a
Your
combination of
team is
mage,
picking.
assassin, and a marksman. So in case they want a DPS on their side, Dexter picking out the Harley is also a nice decision.
And then you see Lex just scratching his tummy, just being very chill.
Chill.
There's no pressure on their side.
No pressure.
That's
It
what
seems-
they're seeing. That's what we're seeing on their body language. But yeah, I think they're talking about their last 2 picks right now. It's going to be the Martis getting hovered and the carry.
Wait,
Will they go for this? I mean, the Martis on his dashes, it
team
got
is
reduced
picking.
to 4. I think it was 5 seconds.
yeah.
But now it's 4 seconds. So technically, it's not that strong and it's not that weak. It's
Yeah.
in the middle. It's in the middle.
Yes, indeed. And you mentioned a while ago, is it Dale?
Dale.
Which is the
Yeah.
mage to watch out for?
Yeah.
Now picking. No, we're not too sure if it's Dale's gonna use the.
Because I think
card.
the 6th man just told me that the Dale is the mage and the marksman. So we need to look out for
We
these
have to
players.
look that out.
But yeah, I mean, for the side of SxC Imba, it's Bonchon going for that last pick Lolita. Wow.
Lolita though, right at the moment, not really part of the meta right now. But of course, meta, not picking up a meta here doesn't mean a sure loss or a sure win. It would still depend
Yeah.
on how this team is gonna execute the team fights and the gameplay itself. But then again, one thing you'll notice is that Team Finesse actually picked up a marksman for their lineup. So compared to Season 1 last year, wherein we almost didn't see any marksman most of the time, but now it's actually different.
And I mean, 2 mages setup works now. I mean, I remember MPL Season 1, there was this thing about, what do you call this? It was DDPG versus OBS Gaming back then. And EXECRATION just went for the 2 mage setup and they just lost from there. But now, it works, and we will actually see some two mage action.
Yeah,
coming
two
from the
mage
side
action.
from SxC.
SxC, wherein they picked up an Alice as well as a Harley. I guess the reason why here, well, these are, although both of them are mages, considered mages, they act differently.
Yeah.
You play them differently. Like for example, the Alice can be used as initiator, plus a stunner, plus this is a mage with so much sustain.
Yeah.
However, the Harley acts differently compared to the Alice, wherein this Harley has more of dealing so much DPS plus the teleportation, very mobile here.
Yeah, but let's us head now into the game. Finesse Solid versus SxC IMBA. Game number 1, and Bonchon just going for the stun. Levi here, unfazed, we'll just let it pass.
Yeah, so far there's not much negate in terms of they're not invading any of the jungles of their opponent at the moment. They're basically just minding their own business. But as we see here, SxC IMBA actually trying to contest this this crab area in the bottom lane. Meantime, and they're it's a free turtle for them.
And it was Finesse's decision to actually just go for the buffs. And for their side of the jungle, they didn't really want that crab coin. But on the top lane, it's
they actually just exchanged crabs there in the top plus in the bottom lane.
That's the thing. I mean, they just got 2 crab coins for themselves. But Bonchon here just actually trying to go for the rotations. But he's getting stopped by Bonchon and by Lex and the Martis, the Levi on the other side. But now it's Bonchon just being very aggressive, just helping this Archie Archie Aldos.
Turtle resurrecting
Just
soon.
being very static right now. I mean, they're trying to engage, but at the same time, they're not really getting the engagement that they want.
Here we go, Honda. Don't dive just in. Oh, but take to the flicker out. But the Alice trying to get a kill in here, but it's not really connecting. But the Honda will be helping out. But Finesse Lex, very tanky at the moment. Looks like they want more Boo, forced to back away. But the Alice is gonna get more kill there. Alice in the middle lane. And in the middle lane, plus in the middle of 2 turrets in the middle lane. Very aggressive Alice plays. This is how different the Alice works out compared to other mages that we have in the game.
I don't really know what happened there, but Alice was solo inside 3 heroes from the side of Finesse Solid. They could have turned, they could have actually bursted her down. The problem is they were just running, and they were just actually waiting for Archie to use his ultimate and get there.
But we have a fight ongoing. Lex actually just used his ultimate right now, but very aggressive IMBA plays at the moment, but forced to back away as they weren't able to get a casualty on the side of Solid at this early game time.
Yeah, and now on the bottom lane, we're actually having a 1v1 situation here. Aldo and Carry being very aggressive here, but she won't really get a kill. I mean, she needs more items. She needs more items for that better damage.
Looks like we have a rotation. Aldo popped his ultimate in. Looks like they want to get the Dale in here. It's a 4 versus 1 situation at the moment, and they will get the carry right over there in the bottom lane. And after that, we can see in the top lane though, Finesse Solid, although they lost a member in the bottom lane, they're gonna get this turtle objective in the top lane, but still they are not yet even done. We can see the Akai is 4 versus 1 situation at the moment. They're gonna get this turret, plus they're not yet even done. Lex is gonna die in the hands of the Lolita.
And I like the move from Finesse Solid. They just went for the turtle, not really helping the others on the bottom lane. I mean, for the side of Lex, I don't really think that he should have been there in the first place. I think that wasn't really, that was a lost cause already for the tower. But on that side, Dexter getting caught by the Divine Judgment, and he will go down at the hands of actually Finesse Solid.
Well, in terms of farming, you can see here it's both 10k for both of the side for both of the teams, with a little bit of slight advantage on the side of IMBA. 2-4 in terms of kills, which says something about their aggressive play in this early game time. You can see a little bit of rotation in the middle lane. Looks like they want to gank someone in there, but of course they weren't able to face check anyone from the side of Finesse Solid.
And SxC IMBA, they know that they need to stop Finesse Solid from actually snowballing. You don't want that carry to go big. But Levi getting caught out, that Mortis is gone. That was a 4-man rotation from the side of SxC IMBA.
But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Finesse Solid getting another objective where they have just gotten one more turret on the side of SxC IMBA. Meanwhile, Dexter on the Harley. Looks like they want to push this another turret in the top lane. Finesse Carl doesn't want it to happen, but Finesse Carl, you have to be very careful as the members of IMBA tries to gank you up.
And Honda just being omnipresent right now on this game, but Bonchon on the other side will be taken down by the hands of that, I think that was Dex, to be honest, or Dale, I don't really know. But yeah, this is a textbook game of Mobile Legends. If you think about it, everyone is just getting the pick-offs, the perfect pick-offs, and at the same time, they're just getting the towers. They know that if they get the towers, they can actually get a certain advantage on the side of Finesse Solid, because Finesse Solid, they have a marksman.
Yeah.
They have a marksman.
And of course, having a marksman gives you, you know, especially in the late game, mid to late game, it will allow you to burn more turrets faster. And we'll have to check if SxC IMBA will actually allow that. You know, if SxC IMBA wants to win this match, you know, they have to finish the game as early as possible.
And at the same time, if you think about it, they do have the Kaya. And in the late game, it's one of the best crowd controls that you can have in the game. Just pulling someone in from the backline.
It's a good initiator.
Pull someone out from your backline. It's good.
Indeed, but we have here ultimate popped up by the Lolita. Looks like they want to engage in the fight, but Levi, together with the rest of Solid members, was able to actually back away. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we can see a 1v1 against Tail versus Archie. Let's see if he's gonna survive. Of course not. There's so much stack already coming out from that Aldo, so one hit, you're gonna die.
And SxC IMBA, they're just getting everything that they want, but Bonchon getting pushed in. The Hurricane Dance is there, but the knockout from Honda. No more engagements, but on the backlines is going to be the Gushon. He will try to take down that Bonchon Lolita, but he will get it. And Boo, in the middle of everything here, he's just trying to get out, but he won't. And he will go down as well. So this is a 1-for-1 trade, and I think it favors SxC IMBA.
SxC IMBA favors the game at the moment. You can see now they have taken 2 turrets already, and of course that gave them a lot of gold lead. Plus they're actually winning the fights at the lead of 4 kills compared to what Finesse Solid has. It's telling us something. It's telling us something.
Yeah, I mean, right now, SxC IMBA, they're just exploiting their advantage or exploiting the weakness of Finesse Solid just because they have this marksman.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a 4v5 situation
look.
every single time, but Levi here trying to get away using those dashes. The knockup is there. He won't really get a kickback into their the side of
actually
Bonchon, but yeah, I mean, it's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising that the Aldo actually used his ultimate just, you know, to put away the Martis, trying to get, look at that top I mean, tier 1 turn in the top lane of SxC IMBA. You know, they can just backdoor that turret with just one hit, but Finesse Solid is not doing that. I mean, to give them a boost of gold, that's what I'm actually wondering. Actually, the Martis actually tried.
It's extremely important for them, but Dexter here falling very, very low, but they can't really take him down, and Petrify will be used. Dexter will be caught in place. Martis will go for the takedown there, and the flicker from Boo. And Archie just going in. Who will he go for? He will go for Dale. That carry is down. Archie trying to run away as well. And Levi here with the bite. And he will get it, but Bonchon and the others with the backup. Lex here in the middle of everything. He will use the 1,000-pounder to get out, and Kaya will go down next. And here comes Karn, just going for the burst, but it won't really matter. He will go down. That is a double kill for that Alice.
Oh my goodness. I really like the timing of the flicker out of the Bonchon as well. They didn't have any creep wave already on that part, but they were still even able to win the fight, and now they're getting more objectives after that objective. They have a free contest in this area of the Lord as well in the top lane, and they could even take advantage of that. They have the damage at the moment, they have the Harley, plus they have the Aldo as well. The Martis roaming around, I think he is in a bad spot at the moment.
I mean, Archie just being very patient. You think that he will go for you think he will go for Boo because Boo was very low, but he just went straight for Dale.
Yeah.
And 2 kills here for the side of SxC IMBA. The towers are open. The towers are open.
Really good decision making will really make a difference. Especially, it's really great decision that they would take down the marksman first. A while ago, that's a thing that we didn't see in the match between Wicked Minds versus Ownage, when they let the carry just basically free hit everything. And now, this time, it's a different story for IMBA, wherein they actually know they have to focus fire and kill the carry right away so that the carry will not go online.
They're just trying too hard. I mean, for the side of Finesse Solid, yes, you're getting the kills and you're trying your best to take down or to bruise the health bars of SxC IMBA. But at the same time, if you'll do it alone without any follow-ups, I mean, Carl, you're way into your head right now. But yeah, I mean, it's hard for them, but they just need to weather the storm that SxC IMBA is doing for them, is giving them, and they should just trust their marksman. I mean, their marksman is doing not that good. I mean, it's the Aldo. You can't really do much about that. But if you think about it, if he scales, that's like the end for the side of Imbalance.
Yeah, but this time I think it's easier said than done, as you know, as SxC IMBA gets more advantage and boost of gold because of the objectives that they're getting. They just took another turret in the bottom lane with the help of the Aldo, and it seems in the top lane they're gonna get one more objective with the help of the Lord.
And he will actually get 2 heroes here. Haji getting caught out and Carl trying to go for the burst. And Haji here, he's just sustaining himself with his ultimate. But no, he will take down Carl and the Gusion is down. What can they do? Where will the damage come from for the side of Finesse Solid right now? And the Lord will get taken down. But in the base of Finesse Solid, 2 towers will go down, make it 3. Archie and the gang is just gonna take it down, and they might actually just go for the JJ push right now. And Archie going in with the ultimate. Yes, he will use it on Lex, but Lex here is just way too tanky. Hurricane Dance on the back lines, but on the other side of the map, look at this. They're just bursting everyone down, and they look at that damage. He won't get taken down, but I
think it was Dexter who stood up after, you know, they knew that they're gonna win this. Look at the players that we have in the right side part of the screen. That was actually SxC and MVP. The Alice actually, you know, although we have this MVP, I'm gonna commend the play style of the Aldo better.
Yeah. I mean, the Aldo is kind of passive. For the like what 5 minutes into the game, he was just passive.